Hi, I'm Karina Whiting. I did my project on B.F Skinner. B.F Skinner was born March 20th, 1904, and he died August 18th, 1990 of leukemia. He was born and raised in Susquehanna, Pennsylvania. His father was a lawyer and his mother was a homemaker. He had a younger brother named Edward who died of a cerebral hemorrhage, which it sparked B.F. Skinner's interest in psychology and the brain. B.F. Skinner described his childhood later on in life as safe and stable. He received a bachelor's degree in English literature in 1926 from Hamilton College, and what changed his career path was when he read a book from Pavlov and Watson. And after reading that, he decided to go to Harvard and got his doctorates in 1926. Some of B.F. Skinner's major contributions were, after finding the results from his operant conditioning experiments, he wrote The Behavior of Organisms in 1938. He built the Skinner box, which was a box where he could study different animals and how they interact with their environment. So he would do things like with rats, where he would put the rats in the box and see how they interacted with their surroundings, and he discovered and how they traveled inside and how quickly they were able to travel around and figure out things when food was dispersed at varying intervals. Then he studied pigeons, and he taught them to peck at a disc to gain access to food, which was also a part of his operant conditioning. In the end, he came to the conclusion that a form of reinforcement is crucial in learning new behaviors. And after this, he wrote a book called Beyond Freedom and Dignity in 1971. Some of the major rewards that B.F. Skinner received was, in 1966, he received the Edward Lee Thorndike Award from the American Psychological Association, and in 1968 he received National Medal of Science from President Lyndon B. Johnson, and in 1971 he won the gold medal of the American Psychological Foundation, and in 1972 he won Human of the Year Award, and in 1990 he received the citation for outstanding lifetime contribution to psychology. B.F. Skinner's biggest effect on education was when he figured out that, or was when he went to his younger daughter's math class and saw how the kids were being taught and how the kids were not receiving any kind of reinforcements for the things they were learning, and he was able to recognize that they were not learning and the information they were receiving was not sticking inside of their heads. And he created this thing called the teaching box, or the math teaching machine, that offered immediate feedback after every problem, which he realized didn't work right away, and that the kids were using it, but they were not learning, and they were not retrieving the information that they needed to retrieve and remember it. So he eventually was able to develop a different machine that was similar, but that delivered incremental feedback and presented material in a series of small steps until students were able to acquire the new skills, and it later was known as programmed instruction. He published this finding to the Technology of Teaching. Overall, B.F. Skinner had a huge impact on education because the way we teach now is a very similar way to what he what he started, and with teaching kids with different reinforcements. We use it in schools daily, and we use it with just teaching our kids things like potty training. We reinforce our children with positive reinforcements, such as cookies when they use the bathroom when they need to. Overall, B.F. Skinner had a huge impact, and we use it daily today, and we use his studies and his operant conditioning to this day. And thank you very much.